Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is John Patton from TGC News, and today we have something special. In this week's episode, we talked about the Supreme Court's ruling on marriage equality here in the US and how it affects firearms owners, specifically with concealed carry. Now, you guys wanted to hear from an expert, so we came out and met with my good buddy Josh Prince, who is Chief Counsel, Supreme Badass, all of that good stuff. Great guy with Firearms Industry Consulting Group. Josh, how are you today, man?
Doing well, John, and yourself?
I'm really, really good, man. It's great to be here. So, you've kind of held something that is significantly different. A lot of people nationwide are saying that this ruling for marriage equality has opened a door for concealed carry across the U.S. Tell us what you think. What was the core of the ruling that they held here?
When we actually look at the ruling, what they held was that marriage is a fundamental right under our Constitution, that individuals of the same sex all enjoy that same fundamental right, and that states must acknowledge those marriages and licenses issued for those marriages of other states.
Okay. Now, how are people interpreting this to affect firearms owners?
There's been a lot of conjecture that this ruling allows individuals who have a license to carry from their state to be able to carry in all 50 states. As much as I wish the decision so held, that's not actually the holding of the case, and it actually doesn't even allow us to extrapolate based on the decision in the case to our situation.
Right, and you're saying that because of their previous holding on the Heller case, which is a DC case for firearms ownership within the home, you're saying that kind of says that this is not the case, that the concealed carry across the nation is not going to happen here.
Exactly, not at least based on this decision, because
Okay.
unfortunately the Supreme Court has only held that we have a right to keep and bear arms in our home. While it's abhorrent to think that our right would be restricted just to the home, especially when the core of the Second Amendment, as defined in Heller, is the right to self-defense, that is the limitation on that ruling, and we've seen a number of federal circuits rule that one does not have the right outside of his or her home.
Wow, that is unfortunate. So basically, for the layman's like myself, because the Heller case does not uphold that you can do this outside of the home, that's their previous ruling on the Second Amendment. That this previous case, or the one that happened recently, does not hold that we have this national reciprocity that everyone is hoping for.
Correct, because that decision relied on the fact that there was a fundamental right to marry.
Okay.
We do not currently have a decision from the Supreme Court that holds that there's a fundamental right to carry a firearm outside of one's home.
Sure, sure. And I know a lot of people at home are probably boiling at the fact that that doesn't exist yet, but it is the case. So what do you recommend that people do? A lot of guys are like, oh, I can carry nationwide now. That's a dangerous thing to do. What do you recommend?
I'm going to advise against anyone carrying pursuant to their license to carry or concealed carry permit in a state in which their state does not have reciprocity.
Okay.
Until this is defined by the court, no one should jeopardize their well-being and their livelihood by potentially being prosecuted for violating the laws.
Sure. So, guys, you heard it here. I mean, it's a dangerous thing to do, to go out and try to purposely break the law. I mean, if they're finding that you do that, it's going to be a big deal for you, yeah?
Absolutely. And there are ways that we can challenge the laws without someone needing to be prosecuted criminally.
Sure.
And if you support those types of challenges, there are a number of Second Amendment organizations out there that I'm sure would greatly appreciate donations so that we can lodge those types of challenges against the U.S. government.
For sure. And this is why it's so important to stand behind politicians and other organizations that really support our Second Amendment right across the United States.
Absolutely. And while I would greatly appreciate having national reciprocity, I think there's some issues there, and maybe we can do a video sometime on those issues.
So Josh, thank you for your time today, man. I know the viewers at home are really appreciative of it. How can people find out who you are and more about you guys and Firearms Industry Consulting Group?
Sure. They can simply go to our website, firearmsindustryconsultinggroup.com, and all of our information's there. We litigate issues across the United States, anything involving federal issues and state law issues we handle throughout Pennsylvania.
Sure, sure. And you guys have probably seen Josh's articles from their blog, the Prince Law blog. There's a lot that have gone absolutely viral because these guys are at the tip of the spear, basically. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see more with Josh, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like. If you want to talk about it, leave a comment below. We'll both be reading. It'll be a very complex issue for a long time to come, and I know you guys are going to have some things to say about it. If you enjoyed it, again, hit that subscribe button. That helps us out an absolute ton. And as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.